Morning, folks. Usual story at our favourite phone box. Only difference is it's not super bright and sunny today. I mean, it's bright enough for tourists to enjoy themselves, have fun, attend an important call that's coming in, and then decide, you know what, I don't quite like my pictures, my hair wasn't right, makeup wasn't right. I forgot to pose looking at the clock as well as the clock behind me. So sometimes they can spend a couple minutes, half an hour, even longer here. And meanwhile the queue, which was reasonably short just a few moments ago, just gets longer and longer. I do wonder, pre-Instagram, social media as we know it, whether or not this phone box had the life that it has these days, of effectively being molested by young men and women alike, who can't help but answer fictitious phone calls, smile in a fake way, lift their left, occasionally right foot off the ground, and then run away, like they couldn't care less in the first place. Anyway, that's what we're dealing with. Cloudy, people. The good news is that it's not actually cold, as Bro's smile would tell us. The funny thing is, a lot of British people, especially people that live or work very close to here, walk by and just sort of look at everyone that's posing and think, like, why? What's the point? We don't get it. It's something that is just not logical to us. I mean, at the end of the day, regardless of how iconic it is as a piece of design, it's a phone box. That's all it is. That's all it will ever be. I guess the fascination, if that's the right word, with many things that non-British people regard as being quintessentially British. Phone boxes, red buses, tea and cake, etc., etc. It's a never-ending fascination. It's an extraordinary thing. Incidentally, I got the ticket reminder yesterday for this coming Saturday. It's the Colonel's Review. Now, sadly, the Princess of Wales, who is the actual Colonel, will not be attending. We all know why. I can't remember the name of the senior military fellow. It is on the ticket. Who'll be there in her place. I am disappointed, I'm not going to lie. I was very excited when I got that ticket, thinking that, you know, hopefully the Princess of Wales would be back to full health and out and about. But no, she will not be attending, which is a shame. But her health is more important anyway. Let's be honest. So the fellow that is attending, although I can't remember his name, fairly senior military chap, got an even better seat than last time. Had a little look at the seating plan. I mean, I think it's better than last time, but I guess we'll see how it goes on Saturday, because that is a real pain filming that event. And more importantly, guys, and better news, and I'll pin the links in the description under this video, the runaway HCAV horses. Okay, let me get past this group so I can hear myself speak and think. Yes, the runaway HCAV horses. All are doing well. So well, remarkably, that 3 of them will be taking part in the King's birthday parade. The other 2, Vida and I forgot already, the other one, are on holiday, but are going to return to duty in London. They're actually at the moment with the Horses Trust. Oh, massive group here, so I can actually get through. Yikes. Balloon Minion Day today. Walking past Downing Street, this is what everybody's interested in. Soon to be ex-home of Rashi Sunak. So yes, the 2 HCAV horses, the bloodied grey Vida and the other one, apologies guys, I did read the article, but there are 5 in total, can't remember all 5 names. Those two are running around in the countryside, an early holiday for the two of them. Expected to make a full recovery, and will return remarkably to continue serving with the regiment in London once that recovery is complete. For any of you that haven't seen it, again, I'll pin the stories and the links to the social media posts about this in the description below this video, because it was kind of heartwarming actually. The Horses Trust did a wonderful job of making a video showing Vida and the HCAV Black having fun in a field, as opposed to being in the stables being treated. In other words, they're on the mend and they will be absolutely fine. Ditto all of the troopers as well. That's 11 AM bell. Bong. So all in all, it's good news, isn't it, people? I mean, let's be honest, it's exceptionally good news. Very surprising, actually, that those horses, in particular the grey, that bloodied grey, whose image was plastered, I mean, absolutely globally, truly. It's a great thing that grey will return. And I think, to be honest, that's the news that everyone was waiting for, myself included. I had been given a heads up, but I can't ever write or post or say anything, folks, that hasn't already been posted on Army social media. If I start dropping things that I shouldn't drop, it would not look good for me. I get myself in trouble, and then people will stop talking to me. Now, we all know that discretion is absolutely paramount, not simply when it comes to matters military, but when it comes to matters military, political and familial, which is why I'm very careful about posting personal information and about posting other things that could preempt an official announcement. So apologies, folks, if you thought I was kind of ignoring your questions about, what's happening with the horses, etc., etc. Oh, it's okay, all good, chap, don't worry. Okay, so Blues are still here, but not for very much longer. Got a regimental changeover this morning. You can hear the clippy clop sounds right now. Let's have a quick look and see if we can recognise any of the horses. Some of you had mentioned it would be wonderful if we could see Overlord, given anniversary of the Normandy landings. Will we see Overlord? I'm not entirely sure, folks, but I'm reasonably certain, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gents, that last horse at the rear is Radford. I didn't get to see the face, but I'm reasonably certain, clippy, cloppy, very large hoofs, that was Radford. Yeah, I mean, I hope it was Radford. Okay, so that's the lifeguards, or first of the lifeguards over. Let's have a look at which Blues we've got at the front for the moment. It's nice and chilled here right now. It won't last because we've got a guard change at the palace today. So that kind of super chill atmosphere that we've been enjoying, might get it for another half an hour, but then after that it's going to go crazy. Okay, so we're back. Who have we got here? Oh, ladies and gents, this is one that I haven't previously announced, I don't believe, on the channel. Let me just double check. I've got a visual on the hoof number myself, and I'm being very careful, folks. A lot of you have said, can you go up and down on the entire horse? I can't, guys. I've been asked not to. Why? Because in 4K, a lot of people have been screenshotting the hoofs and making their own little lists. Can't be having that. HCAV will not stand for it. So unless you want all the horses to end up renumbered, folks, I will not be showing the hooves anymore. Anyway, this one is... One second. I'm going to be 100% certain before I actually announce it. Yeah, it is. This is one that was previously unknown, okay? A few of you were helpful enough to ID this horse. I also confirmed it with 2 of the troopers before officially adding it to the list. It's ironic, actually, because this horse was only added officially to the list this weekend, gone. But the name of this beauty, who has a very what's the word I'm looking for? A satisfying hoof number. Let's just put it that way. The name of this one is Legionnaire, folks. Yeah, Blues and Royals horse. This is the newest Blues and Royals horse to be added to the list, and a couple of reasons why we know that if this horse is not necessarily new, the hooves have been done very recently. I can still see very clearly the nails in both the front hooves on both sides, but more importantly, both the front shoes, both the front shoes are very, 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 very shiny. You can see how nice and new they are. So that is Legionnaire, and he will be leaving shortly. Somebody going through on roller blades, that probably is not the smartest idea. Imagine if they decked it, if they fell on the floor. I mean, that would be fine as long as they fell on the floor at the foot of a trooper. Kind of in tribute in a way. But other than that, not very ideal. Oh, look, he's stumbling into the tunnel. So yeah, Legionnaire, in fact. What a lovely looking horse. Happy to get his entire everything in from the side, but I just can't do that from the front. It's my own fault, I guess, for being the only channel that posts this footage in native 4K. But the way I look at it is that if I'm here filming it and YouTube supports it, in many years to come, when 4K is the standard, when everyone is actually watching it on either a 2160p or higher 8K screen, they'll go back, they'll look for it. I miss something every day that I'm not here. That's the... They're so what? They were...
They tried to, disrespect everyone.
Yeah, but there's always going to be an occasional day when we get a lot of videos. We've seen this last summer. I mean, it's going to get a lot worse. This is just the start. Oh, 1 second. Okay, folks, let me get behind the door. I was just about to do that as well. Oopsie. Almost went to run into the yard like a stupid then. But I suddenly realised, hold on, they're changing over the horses. I wasn't expecting that because the lifeguards just arrived. That was very, very quick. Extremely quick, actually, the changeovers now. We used to be waiting anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes for them to arrive, dismount, remount, check the tack, and come back out again. That was 5-6 minutes. I'm not complaining, it's great, but wow. Just makes you wonder why it was that it took so long before. Large police presence today, actually. Notice in the front here, 1, 2, and on my right, 3. In the tunnel, I'm counting 4. 1, 2, and 2 more at the end. Yeah, 4 more officers in the tunnel. 7. I think the most I've ever seen on the ground at one moment here, on any day, is 8. Don't worry guys, I'm not about to be arrested. Lifeguard, Lance Corporal, of course, removing Blues and Royals King's Lifeguard to be replaced with a Lifeguard King's Lifeguard, which I know sounds like a bit of a mouthful, but strictly speaking, that's actually correct, because the Lifeguard Regiment, when they're on duty here, are the King's Lifeguard. So lifeguards being King's Lifeguards, it all gets a bit, yeah, much easier when it's Blues, and you can just say, oh, Blues and Royals King's Lifeguard. But then again, people will often say, hold on a second, it's not a Blues and Royals King's Lifeguard, because the Blues and Royals are not the lifeguards. Yes, but they are the King's... anyway, you see where I'm going with this. It's, yeah, it's messy. Are there going to be any naughty miscreants upsetting the horse and the rider already? I don't think so. Now this beauty, folks, massive horse, actually, 1 second. But a really gentle looking young face. I'd love to know how old this horse is. Wait, let's have a look at the number. 1 second. If he wants to stop jigging around with his feet, he might be able to get it clearly. Good morning. Let's have a quick look. Oh, okay, it's kind of obscured a teeny bit, folks. 1 second, let's have a little peek. I'm actually happy that the lifeguards are back. Oh, hey, we should have known. This is Trinity. Been a while since this beauty's been here. Good few weeks. In fact, I always assume that it's a mare, but Trinity is not, to the best of my knowledge, a mare. He is a gelding, but a very feminine, soft-looking gelding with exceedingly thin legs. Look, incredibly thin legs. It's remarkable how the legs can support such a massive horse. Really extraordinary thing, to be honest. But yep, every single time I say she, not that Trinity kind of sounds like it would be a feminine name for a horse now. A boy called Trinity? That's it, equestrians, wait. What do we think of equestrians? This horse is not marked on any of my lists as being a mare. But it's the most mare-looking gelding I think we've ever seen here. Had a look at the undercarriage, I can't really spot any tackle, but hard to say. I don't want to upset the poor horsey by misgendering him or her, so I think I'm just going to call this horse they. So they, Trinity, yeah, finally back. Things I'm not sure that he or she is going to respond well to me calling he or she they. They, them or their. We've got a massive queue of people that have just turned up. Look, all this lot, no idea where they're from, but hopefully they will decide to go forward. I do remember Trinity being a bit of a cheeky nipper. Let's see, here's the first lifeguard tribute act on the left to test the temperament of the horse. I think they're maybe Polish. I mean, they're mostly very good looking, so that would explain it. Poles and Nordics. Best looking in Europe. Oh, actually, wait, now I'm not sure. Now I'm hearing the language. It doesn't sound like Polish to me. But if I say kurwa really loudly, nope, nobody flinched. Definitely not Polish. Oh well, there goes my theory. Okay, now they're coming up in twos. Miss Bucket Hat on the right with banana trousers. Actually, to be honest, they're more like mustard, aren't they, than banana. Another bro running up. Oh, hand on the guard's boots. Well done. Yeah, go for it. Just smudge them all up, no problem. Don't worry, sir. Didn't spend a couple of hours polishing them this morning. Los Angeles. Pretty sure she's not an Angelino. They're all watching curiously. The motion. See the new gatesman just head into the archway. The motion in the yard was just the gatesman and chitsman. Oh, that chappie in the lovely pastel polo shirt was briefly tempted. There were some very important looking people here this morning, very grand looking. And this gent that's about to emerge, a silver fox came out the gate. Get ready, look. He said, well, I haven't actually been in London since I last left Monaco. Okay. Hey, morning. I've still got no idea, folks, which language it is. All good?
Long guard this morning again.
Oh, is it again?
Yeah, if you want to see it this morning.
Yeah, well, I think I'll go to the yard shortly. I mean, this horse has been here for a while, so I'm happy that this one's back. But I'm calling this horse they, because I'm still not sure if it's male or female.
Okay.
So this horse is going to remain as they until it's 100% confirmed. I can't see any kit, but it's not marked as being a mare on the list. What do you think? That looks like a girl horse, does it not?
I don't know doing that.
Neither do I.
One of the common people doing
Yeah, expecting the undercarriage. Right, folks, we've got a peasant arrival en masse over here. I'm not sure which peasant nation of Europe they've decided to travel from. Hungry and in need to London for sustenance. But luckily, the sun is out. It's funny actually because I didn't even hear the trumpet.
Oh yeah, they've had the full.
When was it? About 10 minutes ago or longer?
Oh yeah, probably that. Yeah.
I think maybe I missed it. Maybe it was before I arrived.
No, I've been lucky because I know I missed it Monday, but I thought I'd take a chance. And
I'm surprised. I wouldn't have thought there'd be 2 in a week. I don't remember there being 2 in a week recently.
No, I saw the news that the thing was in town yesterday, obviously Monday, so maybe he's got another appointment.
I thought he'd gone to France though for the Normandy.
Maybe tomorrow, yeah.
Ah.
He could well be leaving either there or Portsmouth, but I took a chance today. And,
Portsmouth. I mean, that might be a problem. We haven't got any boats, I don't think, have we? We're going to have to ask the French Navy folks to send a frigate over and pick up His Majesty because the British Navy has run out of ships. Unfortunately, we had a few, but we gave them to Ukraine. So we've got none left. Meanwhile, okay, thank you for the heads up, Barry. So it seems the King will be heading over to Hans to do a bit of razzing, a bit of diplomacy at the D-Day celebrations.
Did you give me a number?
Okay, there is our gatesman out for the first time this morning. I'm sure he's absolutely delighted that there's this massive group of people blocking his way. In fact, he decided not to scream and shout at them. He went straight back in again. At the glorious Trinity. I will, folks, attempt to capture this month. I'm going to wait until the rest of the Blues leave, because then we're going to know that the lifeguards are immediately coming through. I have no idea where all these people just suddenly emerged from. There's nothing happening at the back, and the guard change at the palace hasn't completed yet, let alone everyone getting the time to head along the Mall to horseguards. Very, very surprising that it's this busy. But I'm guessing they've likely followed the long guard. That would be, my guesstimation. Trinity's like, folks, please come and talk to me. Look, anyone, please. Even you, John. Trinity. It's Trinity. Aha, that's it. We got there, the horse that is, we got there, they, I'm not even sure which pronouns I'm supposed to be using, but you get where I'm going with this. Attention. Okay, so, before it gets crazy out here, let's have a look at which one is at the other end. That way we've got today's first two. Trinity and... Okay, this one looks a little bit unusual to me. It's interesting because this horse has got, as you can see, 4 socks, or 2 stockings actually, and 2 socks as well. Why is that interesting? Well, because most of the horses that have this look are huge. This horse is very small, 16 hands I would say, which in terms of a horse being on duty here at the front, the HCAV horse, is very small. One second, I'll give you the name, guys, 1 minute. I'm pretty sure I can see it, but let me just zoom in and get it clearly before I announce it. It is... The biggest problem is actually zooming in the images with one hand. Is this one we've seen before? Wait, something is very wrong. 1 second. This horse has got the number on its hoof, unless I'm misreading it, of another horse. Yeah, that one's going to have to wait. There's no way that that's correct. The number is of a very famous horse, but this is not that horse. In fact, I just checked the other hoof. It does say, oh gee, it's definitely a lifeguard horse. I'm wondering, actually, looking at it, looks like the second digit is a little teeny weeny bit hard to read. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this, for the moment, it's going to have to be confirmed, guys. It's one of 2. I'm kind of leaning toward it being opera. This horse. I might be wrong. Okay, I might be wrong. It's definitely not the other one though, because that number is let me take my glasses off so I can read it properly. Oh god. It's a huge mush. Wait, let me get one more clear image which I can then look at. I'll drop the name in the comments like I did yesterday with Wallace, who we were not sure of. A Blues and Royals horse with absolutely no markings on the hoof at all. From the beginning of the week was Wallace, and that was absolutely from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Okay, I've got a super crystal clear picture of the hoof, but I'm going to need to examine that at home and match it with the list because one digit is a mess. I think instinctively it is opera, but don't quote me on that, guys, until you see it stated in the comments. If it is opera, that would make sense for two reasons. One, we've not seen that horse before. I've never seen that horse, ever. The markings are very distinctive, and it's a very small horse with those markings. But I didn't actually even know that there was a horse named Opera in the lifeguards until I just saw it on the list. Okay, meanwhile, it's gloriously quiet. No, this is like heaven. It's so nice and quiet in the yard this morning. It will not last. I mean, 30-40 minutes when the palace lot arrive. Yeah. But just look, it's just glorious. Look, even the police having a chat with the...
You missed me just getting caught here when I left you.
What happened?
Because of the crowd, I skipped in through the main gate just as this guy was going out.
Oops. But wait, he didn't shout at you though, no?
No, I got out of the way in time.
Okay, but even if he did, and even if you went bright red, you know what? I wouldn't post there. I promise. Okay? Editorial standards. Right, let's wait for those blues to come out. Should be any moment, actually. A little curious that the yard is really, really, really empty. But I actually like it like this. No wonder the horses are happy and relaxed this morning without being mauled mercilessly by successive morons. I don't know how long they're going to take to come out. I mean, it should be pretty much imminent, I would have thought. I can see at least 5 or 6 troopers already mounted and ready. It's interesting they've still got up the posters. See, just beyond the officer there, celebration on the board. Military musical spectacular celebration. Okay, get ready. Blues are about to emerge. Now have a look at the troopers' faces, guys. I think that they're probably going to be focusing more on slightly to the right of me than on myself. Somebody's wearing a very, very ridiculously short skirt. Oh. That horse is just like, you know what, I can't wait to get out of here. Meanwhile, the boss, very leisurely pace. Look at that. As befits a boss, to be honest. I mean, it is kind of surprising that you would choose to dress like that in a place like this, but hey, there's always one, or 2, or 3, or even more. Okay, so next up will be the lifeguards coming in, hopefully, in the next few minutes. I still don't know yet, because they've already decided to do the gatesman and schutzman. I don't think they're going to permit anyone onto the corner. However, I will, of course, do my very best to get us onto that corner, because then we can get the entire dismount, if and when it happens. Beautifully quiet in the yard, eh? That, ladies and gents, believe it or not, is my kind of morning. This is how I would have thought horse guards would have been, I don't know, 15, 20, 25 years ago. See, look, even soldiers can stroll in without being bothered. Hey, can I ask you a question? The beret, which regiment? Which regiment? I haven't seen the beret. Oh, is it really? Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Plus, we could admire the architecture and the lighting and the beauty. Oh, there's the beauty, look at that. Okay, I'm guessing this horse is probably feeling a little bit better already. And the good news, ladies and gents, is that we've just established that Trinity is no longer a they, their, those, these, whatever. I'm pretty sure that's a gelding. So thank you for that little display of geldingship, dear Trinity. Okay, mystery solved. There's the trumpet solo, and the Blues and Royals are leaving. Actually, it's not well, I mean, it is a trumpet solo, but officially it's called a trumpet salute. A salute for the king. But then again, it is a solo because it's a single trooper playing it, so it's a trumpet solo as much as it's a trumpet salute. Off they go, kicking up the dust on their way back to Hyde Park Barracks, where they can unpack their kit, have breakfast, and take care of the horses. So next up, lifeguards coming in. I'm reasonably sure that the other side is closed. I'm pretty convinced. I'll ask, is the corner closed? Yeah? Yeah, it's closed, guys. Yep. We are locked on this side. Not to worry. I mean, the main thing is we're going to get... Wow, they're really, really, really keeping everybody way back today. Oh, actually, wait, they want everyone behind the first white line. That's even further back than we've ever been told before. Oh, it's the exceedingly tall lifeguard who is this morning's trumpeter. Ho, ho, ho. I mean, actually, they might have done us a favour by pushing us back here, because now we should be able to get most, if not the entire troop in. Actually, wait, I don't think we're going to get them all in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Too many. Actually, wait, they just fit. There we are. Just about got the whole lot in.
They all sound off. They have to put their swords back, which is probably the trickiest activity all day. They're not allowed to look at the little hole. And then they'll dismount and leave the horses inside to stables that are here.
That's quite a good image, actually, isn't it? With all the horses lined up, the officer, and the Union flag flying.
They're an hour on, so they spend 1 hour in there before they change over. Normal guards do 2 hours in their sentry boxes, and horses there's no
Okay, waiting, there we are, for the regimental colours to be taken in, regimental standard.
So the colours going inside the barracks now. The officers will do
Okay, that's interesting. The tour guide behind me said that it's a bugler. I'm not going to correct him because he's with a group, but it's not a bugler, folks. We do have buglers in the British Army, but we don't have any buglers in HCAV. It's not a bugle that's played, it's a short trumpet, which looks very, very similar to a bugle. Front row seats as usual, people. It's very well synced. Oh, noticing a few familiar faces returning with this troop of lifeguards. At least 2 of them haven't been here for some time. Thinking primarily of the lifeguard on the right, who is a brilliant gatesman. I am looking for Rawdon, but I can't see her. Unless actually the officer's on Rawdon. Very hard to see from here.
And this particular regiment, lifeguards, has a very particular background because we have the colours, the flags you can see there. When they were fighting French in the Napoleonic Wars, the Napoleon's troops would have an eagle, a French eagle, and everyone was desperate to get an eagle. This is one of the regiments that did capture an eagle.
Oh dear. Just a quick question, military folks, because I can't Google it obviously while I'm in the middle of the video. The tour guide is explaining to his group that the lifeguards captured the French eagle in 1815. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, we know already, I'm not going to argue about it, that it was the Blues that captured the eagle. But I can't, and I don't know, hence I'm not wanting to mention it to him, whether or not both regiments captured the eagle. I don't think the Lifeguards do wear the Napoleonic eagle, which means he's not only told them that there's a bugler when there isn't, but also the wrong regiment that captured the eagle from the French. Extraordinary. People paying to be told a bunch of rubbish. But yeah, correct me people if you can. Did the Lifeguards also capture an eagle in 1815? Because I don't remember ever reading anything about that happening. Okay, we're back with Trinity, and I am focusing on Trinity, the other horse, for two reasons. Trinity, we know, has got a wonderful temperament, lovely horse. We've just established the gender, not that it really matters, and fundamentally, a much, much larger horse. Even Bro on the right, who is a big boy, is somewhat enamoured. Gosh, it's absolutely rammed. This is why I enjoy those moments of solace in the yard, relatively, because look at what happens after. Everybody floods to the front, it ends up being a big Tory spaghetti soup. I think, to be honest, that's why the gatesman didn't even bother to do any rounds. He just came to the front and then went straight back in. The only negative at the front here at the moment is that in the sunshine, in this heat, and it's pretty warm with all these people, this stench of urine is pretty strong. And we know why, because we just saw what happened with the horsey. So we'll focus on Trinity and the crowd emerging from the gates. Hopefully some people will risk it and go over. I'm not convinced though, because it's spread. Look, it's all over the place. He has drawn a pretty pattern. Look, it almost looks like the floor plans for horse guards drawn in freshly squeezed organic HCAV urine. I'm not sure actually that everyone posing for pictures right now is aware they're standing in a massive puddle of horse pee. But hey, it is what it is.
You can go to the other side if you want.
Come on, Trinity, do your thing. That's it. Nibble, nibble. Take that wig off. Trinity's shy now.
Sorry about that.
Gosh, look, it's a little chaotic. I don't think we're going to get any groups that are quite as grandiose, loud, but, and I did enjoy it, entertaining as that Brazilian group we had on Monday. They were quite extraordinary, you'd all agree. Some people are getting dream pictures with this horse this morning. They've got the light, they've got a super chill horse, and for the moment they've got a bit of space. They're not crowding like crazy, one at a time. That said, the patience of this troop will be very much tested if somebody does decide to grab them and hold the reins. On Sunday, I remember he was one that shouted. We'll try as well, everybody, this week to confirm the date of arrival of the King's Royal Horse Artillery. They've been pretty well behaved actually, considering the size of the crowd. Okay, the box is getting closed up. people being pretty patient this morning. Good thing to see, eh? I was not expecting it would be like that at all. I think it's because the sun's out this morning. It is very warm, but not hot. And for the moment, we've got the dream spot here with the right light. Smiles all around. Oh, yeah, just buttons to the pictures on the left, don't worry about that. I'm surprised actually, you'd never think a French person would push in. How long is it going to be until we get a V sign? What do we think, people? I don't remember seeing one yet this morning, but hey, there's still time. This side of lunch. Oh, she said hello to the horse, but sadly the horse did not reply. Stylish lady, actually, very stylish. I cannot believe they've left urine on the sidewalk, pavement as we call it here in the UK. Okay, so people are saying that you're not supposed to do that, i.e. go close to the horse and or touch it, and I mean, a lot of you agree. I kind of sometimes agree, but not entirely. Randy's just parked his truck behind us to jump out for a picture. It's his lovely wife.
No. Do not touch the reins.
Could this be the first morning ever when we see a single V sign?
Okay.
I'm not optimistic. Trinity is super happy, in fact. You can see he's in a good mood. Look, I'm really alert. More like a rabbit than a horse. That's it, bro. Just getting someone else's picture. Notice how 1 minute the image is super bright, flooded with sunshine, the next minute it's gone. So it's very, very thoughtfully crouching beneath the camera today as I'm just walking straight through the middle. Are they being well behaved, folks? I think you're probably watching this as surprised as I am. Wow, the way we didn't get that in the frame. The way okay, he was polite about it afterwards, but the way he stuck his arm out to push that guy back, I thought that was a little bit too much, to be honest. The guy completely thought there was a horse behind him. Me, nibble me, she's saying. My hand, take it.
Okay.
Now, is Matty his name, or does Matty mean no, get closer? Which language, guys, is that? Vietnamese or Thai? Really enjoying actually how well everyone has behaved today. What a pleasure. Keeps my blood pressure where it remains most of the time, i.e. super low. For those of you sign fanatics, that is probably the straightest sign we've ever seen on a morning here. I think they've got it spot on, so well done to whoever hung the sign today. Interestingly, these massive groups of people are all congregating in the middle, but not spending as much time as we would like around the horse. Good for the horse, good for my blood pressure, but not ideal in terms of people potentially getting themselves in trouble through their own stupidity. Any different at this end? Let's see. If not, we will stroll around inside.
How long do they sit here for? Are we going?
There's more coming out.
Last of the lifeguards are just heading through the tunnel, folks. That completes the changeover. And the trumpeter is at the rear. I tried to run through, but there were just too many people in the way at the front gates today, which is a bit unfortunate, but hey, we captured it well when the trumpeter came in with unobstructed views. So that's our gatesman being left alone this morning, and I'm sure he's delighted about that, not having tourists annoying him. I said no customers for the guard shop. Chitzman also, nobody getting on his nerves. So I'm sure he's equally delighted. Now those three have left. The other horses have all been put into the stables just behind the gate, which means that everything now is done. Complete regimental changeover, etc. Everything is finito. Actually, I swear we just had this guy at the other end a moment ago. Other than Pagan, I think this is probably one of the smallest horses we've ever seen here. This one's very, very small. Certainly in comparison to Trinity. But really, really unique looking horse. That blaze is very unusual. Oh, just spotted the gatesman. That's it, horsey. Look at the camera for us. Show us that beautiful face. There we are, folks. Okay, very briefly, but that is a pretty unique blaze, isn't it? It's like a bolt of lightning, actually. Curiously, wait, I don't know why everybody just turned around in the yard to look at the gatesman side, but I couldn't see anything. There was a very loud banging noise, but he hasn't moved. I think something fell over behind the guard shop. Actually, where there's the final horse going to the front stable, that will be, I mean, at the front they've got three. I did, yeah. At the front. Yes, yep. At the front, they've got 3 stalls, folks. One of them is marked as captain's horse. But yeah, there are 3 in total. Oh, okay. Is it Frenchies? Let's see if they're going to behave themselves this morning. I mean, one never knows, to be quite honest with you. We've seen a few issues here recently. Oh, here we go. It's okay, it's okay.
Monsieur, il cligne pas des yeux.
Il a un système
What's the teacher saying, everybody?
spécial qui lui permet de ne jamais cligner des yeux.
Oh, t'as vu?
Il te demande si tu peux. Monsieur.
Little dude in front of me is blocking the image, unfortunately.
Allez, suivant pour
Prends les photos, elle est pas.
Allez par 4.
Non, non, elle est pas
See if they can get it right for once without being disrespectful.
Mais si t'es devant lui, on le voit pas. Allez, Johnny, allez. Mets pas le bras on le voit. Retire le bras, voilà. Allez, suivant.
Allez, vous en allez,
Suivant, vite.
Suivant, rapide, parce que...
Et André,
André, pousse-toi maintenant, passez.
mais toi t'es devant, là, il a rien compris. Mais non, mais mets-toi sur le côté. Les filles, écartez-vous du coup parce qu'on les voit. Vous êtes trop écartés, les gars. Rapprochez-vous. Je te vois, toi, dégage. Mais non, toi t'es sur
It's
la
a great idea
photo,
to stand direct in front of the trooper when you're having your picture taken so that you can't see the trooper behind you.
Ok, suivant.
Après, vous en allez.
C'est bon, j'ai fait ta photo.
Une fois que vous êtes passé,
Ah ouais, non, là par contre, n'allez pas là-bas.
Oh, they walked into the arches. That's why the trooper briefly.
Is it okay to take pictures?
It's okay to take pictures, but some of them are walking around the
Hey,
corner.
n'allez pas derrière. Interdit.
allez, hop là. Pareil, vous devez passer.
Oh dear. Now they're getting told off by
Pour rapprocher, mais pas,
the
pas
teacher.
derrière. C'est bon.
Allez, suivant.
Si vous écartez. Vas-y, dépêchez.
Uh-oh. Someone just walked right in, look. No wonder the trooper's losing his temper this morning. He's not happy. And I can't say I blame him.
Et pas devant lui, bananas. Bon, vas-y, au revoir.
Vous avez fait les filles.
Réagissez.
Who's next? Great teacher they've got out here, actually. He's very patient with them.
Want to take a photo?
No. I'm just enjoying.
Alright, okay.
It's all good. Really liking this dude. Their teacher is super chill, in fact, and he's, to be honest, he's the reason they haven't got in trouble. The person that walked right around the corner, who we just caught coming out at the end, she is not with this group. The older lady that walked around the corner.
Allez, on y va parce que. Ah, vas-y. Va. Oh là.
Oh, they haven't quite finished.
Bon, bah, il a une. Mais il y en a des cavaliers.
What a nice guy the teacher is. I think he's Moroccan, actually. Super chill, French Moroccan, I think. If only all of the Frenchy teachers that came here were that good. So now the guard shop is a little busy. Now, I'm not going to say a word, people. Too many people, too many hands. Keep an eye on that bottom row on the guard shop on the right, because that row is where things apparently in the past have grown legs and walked away. Not that I'm insinuating the same what happened today, of course. Meanwhile, one group that have just arrived have decided to sit on the floor, which, given that they're really close to the box, probably is not the smartest option, to be honest. Okay, so this time they're back, but without the teacher. Now, what does that mean? Potentially nothing, but you want me to find out? Come on, boys, you can do it. Be normal. Respect. If only it were always that simple. But you're probably wondering, how is it that I can walk around here and film and pretty much stick the camera in anyone's face, and that 99% of the time they don't even realise? I bought some glasses, guys, and those glasses have a hidden camera. That's right. So you're seeing what I see. I stand here filming with my secret magic glasses, and boom. Now, the reason that nothing bad happened at the guard shop is that the teacher here is keeping an eye on the group. So all in all, I mean, I guess they're okay, weren't they, fundamentally? Guard didn't seem too upset. He was more upset about the lady that walked into the archway. And it's a pity, actually, that I was so focused on the group, because she just strolled right round the corner and stood right next to him. I'm actually genuinely surprised he didn't shout, to be honest with you. Most of the troopers would have shouted very loudly at anybody that went in that blatantly to the archway. Anyway, shortly we've got the next horse coming out. Let's hope that the horse doesn't decide to come out wide, because this group sitting on the floor are not in a good spot. Back to the front. Changeover is in fact just 6 minutes from now, so really soon. Last few people posing. Still got that wretched smell actually here at the front. Oh. I'm secretly hoping that they're going to bring either Radner or Overlord out. Be a real surprise if they don't bring Overlord out today or tomorrow, especially given historical events taking place in Normandy tomorrow morning. It's actually strange that a young group that were pretty well behaved were overshadowed by a mature lady that should have known a lot better about strolling straight into the archway and standing next to the guard. I think actually it's because of her age that the guard didn't scream at her. Fair enough. Blues and Royals definitely would have shouted, without a doubt. Yeah, exactly 4.5 minutes, people, until we get the bing bong. And part 2 will probably start with the new horse coming into the box, depending which horse it is. I will decide once I see that horse coming into the box and I've ID'd it. I'm going to try to ID the horses just before I switch on the camera when I'm here, as opposed to walking on the way here. Okay, now the teacher's actually a bit lost. He's worried that he's lost his pupils. Look, is that where have they gone? Look. Oh wait, actually they're the groups over there. He's found them. Panic over. Frenchy teacher loses students at horseguards. French speakers, did the teacher explain clearly to his students that, hey, don't go into the archway? Or what did he say? If you could translate it, I'd be much obliged. Great teacher, actually. He was. It's a pity that the groups that typically visit here from France do not have a teacher like that fellow. Insistent, direct, firm, and you could see from the body language of his students that they respected him. So maybe he's a bit of a hard-ass type of teacher, which I think we need more of, I'm not going to lie. Yard got full very, very quickly, actually, already. She didn't even see. No way, not again. She actually just, that was super close. Too busy looking at her phone and chit-chatting to her friend. And she walked into the horse's head. It wasn't a face palm like that crazy guy last year. If any of you didn't see that video with the chap who walked out the gate on his phone, and he completely 100% face planted into the front of the horse's head. Wow. I kind of thought she was coming through, she's not concentrating, and then boom. More minions. Oh, she's decided to put her kid there for a picture, but the kid's fast asleep. What do you think, folks? Will she accidentally on purpose leave her coffee cup on the floor, or will she remember to take it with her? Wait, what? She wants to take a picture of her coffee cup under the sign. I know, ladies and gents, you weren't expecting it. You thought she was going to cheekily drop it there and wander off and pretend that she'd forgotten about the coffee cup. But guess what? She's a good citizen who takes her leather with her. I really can't stand those people that drop their coffee cups in line bikes and stuff and litter other people's property. It's disgraceful behaviour. I would never personally do it. But yeah. Ready for a bunch of frizzy heads in the frame. No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You scared of the horse? Yeah, well, it's not worth risking it, especially some of them nip as well.
Yeah, no.
And you don't want to be that kind of tourist that gets thrown on the floor.
Just a ring.
Okay, that was the briefest ever encounter with a tourist and the horse. Anyway, there's the bell, folks, for the changeover. Wait, what? What the? Even the guard looks at them with the same expression as last time that happened. Honestly, I mean, come on. How are there people that are that dumb that manage to function for, I don't know, 50 odd years as that guy has managed to? It is utterly extraordinary, isn't it? The massive horse is right there, the gate's behind him, and he decides to run through the corner of the box to get onto the line, which is already full. Absolutely extraordinary, the level of stupidity. But hey, here we go again. Guard change is underway. This chap obviously doesn't care less. Oh goodness. Shocking stupidity, eh, people? But hey, it happens here. Look at this. The trooper. Wow. Wow. In fact, it wasn't a trooper, it was a lance corporal of horse. That chap there on the right just went to walk over and take a picture of them whilst they were being inspected by the lance corporal of horse in the arches. What is going on today with a level of absolute idiocy? It's extraordinary. The first time I remember somebody marching over toward the arches during the guard change. Never seen that before. Absolutely incredible. Okay, I'm going to wait a few minutes, guys, before showing you which new horses we've got. So in a second, when these two beauties leave, Trinity to my left and the unknown, possibly Opera, to my right, I will resume shortly in part 2 and show you which horses we've got here as their replacements. But for now, people, I'm out of here. Back shortly for part 2. Bye for now.